We haven't seen this since. Boys, have a seat for right now. What is this? Have a seat. Hurry up. Okay, good. Good morning, class. Good morning, Miss Barnaby. And how are you today?
I am fine, thank you. Okay, so before we begin the lesson, I want to go over some learning expectations from you. So the first one is respect others, respect everyone. So basically, listen when others are speaking, use kind and respectful language, and keep hands, feet, and objects to yourself. Number 2, be responsible. Complete and submit assignments on time. Take responsibilities for your actions. Number 3, follow direction. Pay attention to the teacher's instructions. Ask questions if something is unclear. 4, stay on task. Focus on your work and avoid distraction. Work quietly during independent or group activities. 5, respect classroom materials and space. Clean up after yourselves before leaving class. And number 6, follow school and classroom rules. So once we have that, now we can begin our lesson. So for a minute, I want you to take a look at the statement on the board. Let's read it together. I am a Bahamian.
I am a Bahamian citizen because.
Okay. So I want you to take 1 minute to think of why you are a Bahamian citizen. So I'll give you an example. I am a Bahamian citizen because I have a valid driver's license. So you think of something that you may have or you may do, something that you do that makes you a Bahamian citizen. You think about it for a minute and then you share with your neighbor and see if you find anybody who have some similarities. Go ahead, 1 minute. So let's hear some of your response. You talked, I was right there. True. Okay, show me your passport. Yeah. I got one for each group. So let's go to trash. You have a blue sky. Kyle. Raymond. Okay, they are all good. Good responses. citizen represent? How, I'll try someone else. Twins. Talk loud, I can't hear you. The black represent the black people. Okay. And how does that make it, how does it relate to the citizens of the Bahamas? The black represent the Bahamian people. Okay. Let's try next. Okay, yes. And how does that relate to Bahamian citizens? Okay, good. Raymond? Okay, good. Okay, so by the end of this lesson, you will define the terms the Constitution, citizen, naturalization, independence, constitutional reform, and democratic. You will explain the importance of the Constitution of the Bahamas and describe what a good citizen of the Bahamas looks like. And so, before we get into the Constitution, we have some vocabulary words. The Constitution, citizens, naturalization, independence, constitutional reform, and democratic. Now, as we go on, you will understand or learn what these words mean. So, let's get into it. So I need 6 groups. Anyway, I use the 6 groups. Which one's oh, well. Okay, so I gave each group by the puzzle. You are going to put the puzzles together and you will find a phrase. You will discuss in your group what the phrase means and why might it be important. If you come across words that you don't know, you can pull out your dictionary and search it up. You have 5 minutes to put that puzzle together. Time, so you got 5 minutes. Put your butt together and read your phrase. Understand what it means. Every puzzle has a border, so follow the border. So the key to filling out a puzzle, you have to make sure you get all the edges together and then Okay, good. What it means and why it might be important. Remember our first rule, respect everyone. So Raymond is speaking, so now let's hear what Cameron saying. Okay. Next rule. Read what your friend says and what it is. Why that is important. Three of them. But think about it tomorrow. Because I sure they tell you you getting a mix up for it. Okay, good job. And why might that be important? Speak loud, 'cause I can't hear you up here. Okay, so you put one in together. Why might that be important? So what that is basically saying is you're committed to having a voice and following the principles. Okay? Next group. Y'all get it together. Providing for the rules and laws. Okay. So we're gonna just go back on. So I'm gonna give you this. Just read over it. This is the actual preamble from the Constitution of the Bahamas. Okay, so y'all just go over it, and then I want you to compare phrases to the actual preamble for the Constitution, what words or phrases stand out to you? What values do you think are most important to the country? And how does the Constitution affect you as a citizen? Justice. Which I think that means. Okay, so, all right, all eyes on me. Okay, let's go towards the board. So you have a handout of the actual preamble, but it's here on the board, and so I'm going to read it to you. And then I want you to see if you see any phrase, any of the phrases that may stand out in this. And if you see anything, use your pencil and just underline it. Okay? So the Constitution of the Commonwealth of the Bahamas, whereas 481 years ago, the rediscovery of this family of islands, I hear people talk, rocks and keys herald the rebirth of the new world. And whereas the people of this family of islands, recognizing that the preservation of their freedom will be guaranteed by a national commitment to self-discipline, industry, loyalty, unity, and abiding respect for Christian values and the rules of law. Now, know ye therefore, we the inheritors of and successors to this family of islands, recognizing the supremacy of God and believing in the fundamental rights and freedom of the individual, do hereby proclaim in solemn praise the establishment of a free and democratic sovereign nation founded on spiritual values and in which no man, woman, or child shall ever be slave or bondsman to anyone or their labor exploited to their lives frustrated by deprivation, and do hereby provide by these articles for the indivisible unity and creation under God of the Commonwealth of the Bahamas. So after reading that, what values do you think are most important to the Bahamas? Someone other than read it. What values do you think are most important to the Bahamas? On the phrases question. Anyone else? Okay, so remember we said you will hear some of the vocabulary words. As we go through the content, I will, if you hear the word or you see the word on the board, you can write down. I will stop and further explain it to you. So the Constitution is a document which outlines the way a country should be governed. In the Bahamas, both the British and Bahamian government agreed to the Constitution of the Bahamas in 1972, making the Constitution the basis of all laws in the Bahamas. Suggest laws and projects to make their ministries more effective. The Constitution is a document which outlines the duty of the Prime Minister, the Senate, Cabinet, Parliament, and the courts of the Bahamas. Have you ever heard of those terms? Okay, so basically the Constitution guides them in how they should govern the Bahamas. It also protects the rights and freedom of citizens of the Bahamas. So we all have rights in the Bahamas. And the Constitution will help them laid out for us to follow. This document also outlines who are considered Bahamians. As the country matures, there may be a need for constitutional reform. Who can tell me what constitutional reform is? Or guess what they think it may be? Agreement?
Constitution, like, I'd say, passport,
Not really. The Constitution is basically what is the Constitution? Because we said it in the beginning. Can somebody tell me what is the Constitution? You just was holding up your hand and your hand was up. So let's hear you. What is the Constitution? We've been saying it. We look at your phrases. All right. Speak up louder. Okay, so a constitution is basically rules and laws that they want the citizens to follow. So if it's rules and laws what the citizens should follow, what do you think the constitutional reform is? The Trev. No. Yes, they added it, make amendments, change it up sometimes. So let's say back in the day, they was like, okay, the legal age is 16, and they realize your children just can't get it together. So we say, okay, no. We can say 18, give them some time to mature. It is 16. So you can vote at the age of 16.
No, 18.
Okay, so anyway, let's move on. So constitutional reform basically means what? The constitutional reform means everybody has a class?
Hold on, what did you say?
Laws.
They added have laws.
Okay. Okay, citizenship. Our constitution outlines the rights of people and determines who is a citizen. So, in the constitution, it basically says you are Bahamian if you are born to Bahamian parents after 1973. So Raymond said he is a Bahamian because he was born in the Bahamas. So now, in the Constitution says if you were born to Bahamian parents after 1973, so your parents have to be Bahamian as well. You are Bahamian if your father is Bahamian. So your mother may be a foreigner, but your dad is a Bahamian.
Yes.
Basically, that's what the Constitution says. You are a Bahamian if you marry a Bahamian man.
If you marry,
Yes. Why would you want to marry a Bahamian man?
so you could blend with the country, they can't.
Why you want to marry a Bahamian man? So question, females, do you think you should be able to give Bahamian citizenship to your husband? No. Say no. Say
You only want to see him right?
So you only want to see him right then, huh? No.
No one's right.
I hear one female. Let me hear the females. Raise your hand if you feel like your husband should be able to have the Indian citizenship because he is your husband. Okay. So maybe the Constitution needs an amendment here, right? It also says you are Bahamian if you follow the naturalization of the Bahamas. So yes, this next vocabulary word, naturalization. What is it? You heard it before. So let's read this. You are Bahamian if you follow the naturalization laws of the Bahamas. So basically, let's say you are a foreigner and you came here to work. So you working on a work permit and you've been here for so many years and you're following the laws put in place by the Bahamas. After so many years, you are entitled to be a Bahamian. Yes, but to follow the laws.
Chinese, right? Chinese.
Yeah, I heard that.
They can turn away the Bahamian.
You just don't come over here. You have to follow the laws.
Yeah, all the all.
So what is the law?
What do you mean?
You have to go to the Department of. Y'all learn important law. You go to the Department of. You go to the Department of what department deals with immigrants? Yes. You apply for certain residencies, then you follow the laws that comes with that in order to be naturalized as a Bahamian citizen. And that don't happen just like that. It happens over a period of time. So y'all understand what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So you can't just be a foreigner, come here and say, I driving on the road with my driver's license, so that makes me, well, you don't get driver's license unless you have the proper documentation. But let's say I don't kill nobody, I don't steal, and you feel like that makes you a Bahamian citizen. You have to follow other laws of the Constitution. Okay, so I am going to select 4 people who I want to Okay, so you are going to, all the people are expecting to come up to the front. So these students are going to ACO, but you have to get your papers completed. They're going to ACO, what is on their paper, one at a time. And then you, the class, will have to guess how to respond to what they are doing. Okay? So, Angelique will go first. She's going to go. Let's go. Let's go. We'll hear what your class says. You can talk. Put the puzzles back in the black files, please. Let's go. Say it now, listen to me. So how do you think you would respond as being citizens? Maybe. What do you mean? So you would be like, yeah, I want this person to be prime minister.
All based on that.
So how would you respond? No, he is saying, he's telling y'all how he would improve the community and how it should improve the community. So what would you do to help improve the community? Become better citizens. Stop doing good, vandalizing, smoking. Okay. All right. So what did he do? And what would you do as citizens of Bahamas? Good. Good job. Speak aloud.
Steven is fine now. Give him back his stuff now.
Okay, so what was he doing? What was his role? By doing what? Okay, and so when you think of all of these examples being displayed, how does the Constitution guides the citizens' decisions? Yes.
But it doesn't matter from the difference between right now.
Good, telling them the difference between right and wrong. And we had some examples that show us people doing right and wrong, and then some people executing their rights. So when we had the lady who was voting for the next prime minister, she was executing her right to say who she wanted to run for the government. When you had the police officer, when the police officer was explaining the laws to a citizen, he was executing his responsibilities to his duties and his country. Okay, so next we have an assignment to do. Yeah, so the good thing is you have a choice. So we have 5 options on the board. You get to choose between one of these options. So the first option, if you like to journal, write a short journal entry, 1 paragraph, on how you can be a better citizen in your community. Number 2, you can work in pairs or small group. A pair is 2 people working together, or the max is 3. If you want to work with the whole group up there, each person has to respond. So you're gonna write down, discuss what makes a good citizen, and write it down, and why you choose these. then share it with the class at the end. So you need to still take out a folder sheet. For those of you who like to draw, this is where it comes into you. You can draw a comic showing a situation where someone uses their rights and responsibilities wisely. So basically just like a role play, like how we had a government agent discussing how to improve the community. You would just draw simple pictures, nothing to say. This is how it started, this is how it ends. You know how to write a story. What comes in a story? Hello? Yeah, what is in a story? When you were writing a story. You have to have okay, but what comes in the story? The setting, characters, plot, a conclusion. So you basically just draw pictures. If you want to use little comic words, you know how a comic looks. Number 4, story writing. Create a simple story about a character who learns what it means to be a good citizen. So instead of drawing it, you will write it. And you only need 3 paragraphs. Introduction, body, and conclusion. It don't have to be a long paragraph. But you just have to first give me an introduction, then give me the body of the story, and then the conclusion. And then 5, sort activity, sort and match the rights and responsibilities of certain citizens in categories. So, which one are you choosing? Who is choosing number 1? No one is choosing number 1. If y'all want to work in groups, fine. Number 5. So that means you don't want to work in groups. Okay, so you can work in groups. Make sure put your names of your group members and which choice you are choosing. Who is doing number 3? Okay, who's doing number 4? Make sure write down on your paper which choice you choose. Who's doing number 5? Number 5 is individual work. All right, you have 10 minutes. What 5 minutes to do this? Start, at least 5 minutes to start. If you are not completed, I will walk around and see how 5 minutes. So you have 5 minutes to start and try to complete your assignment. It isn't a hard topic, so a choice to choose it and the date as well. Whatever assignment you are doing, I need you to write that instructions down to complete it as homework. I want you to take down the instructions of what assignment you are doing and bring it back when you work tomorrow. Thursday, when I come down here, I will collect it. I am collecting it. If you do not turn it in, you will get in trouble. Your assignment, clear your desk and just leave the whiteboard on it. who do not answer, you do not get to leave. You're doing it as a group. So what you are going to do, I'm going to read the question and you are going to write the answer. So the first two questions is multiple choice, A, B, C, or D. You will just write the letter, okay? For questions 3 and 4, you will have to write the answer. For questions 5 and 6, you will have to write the word that is missing. Now, do not erase the answers when you write it. So all of your answers from 1 to 6 should be on the board. At the end, you will see who got the most questions right. Okay? The group wins their prize on Thursday. So clear your desk. Clear your desk. I will read the question twice. Let me know when you're ready. I still see papers and books on the desk. Everybody ready? All right. Is everybody ready? All right. Number 1. Who is considered a Bahamian citizen by birth? A. Someone born in the Bahamas with Bahamian parents. B. Someone who moves to the Bahamas for work. C. A tourist visiting the country. D. Anyone who applies for a passport. I repeat the question again. Who is considered a Bahamian citizen by birth? A. Someone born in the Bahamas with Bahamian parents. B. Someone who moves to the Bahamas for work. C. A tourist visiting the country. D. Anyone who applies for a passport. Write the answer A, B, C, or D in So you write number 1 and then you just write A, B, C, or D. Number 2. Are you ready for number 2? Number 2. Which document outlines the laws and rights of Bahamian citizens? A. The Declaration of Independence. B. The Constitution of the Bahamas. C. The Bahamian Pledge. D. The National Anthem. I repeat the question again. Which document outlines the laws and rights of the Bahamian citizen? A. The Declaration of Independence. B. The Constitution of the Bahamas. C. The Bahamian Pledge. And D. The National Anthem. Which document outlines the laws and rights of the Bahamian citizen? A. The Declaration of Independence. The Constitution of the Bahamas. C. The Bahamian Pledge. D. The National Anthem. Number 3. This is a scenario. You tell me the answer. Melody is 18 years old and wants to vote in the House election. Is voting a right or a responsibility? Write it. I told John not to wait till people stop. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Do not wait. Number 3. Melody is
Dr. Michaela Running of grade 5, come to the office, please.
Okay, Melanie is 18 years old and wants to vote in upcoming election. Is voting a right or responsibility? Write it. Number 4, Sally's friend Beth is driving without a seatbelt on. What is Sally's responsibility as a citizen? What should Sally do? Sally's friend Beth is driving without a seatbelt on. What is Sally's responsibility as a citizen? What should Sally do? Her friend is driving without a seatbelt. What should Sally tell her? Okay, this is the last one. Number 5. The Constitution helps to protect our life and life as citizens. The Constitution helps to protect our life and life as citizens. What is 2 things the Constitution helps to protect? The Constitution helps protect our life and life as citizens. What does the Constitution raise for citizens? That's why it raises it. Alright. You are finished number 5. The Constitution helps protect our life and life as citizens. What does the Constitution help? Okay, this is the last one. Our responsibilities, one responsibility of a Canadian citizen is to obey the line. Write it. One responsibility of a Canadian citizen is to obey the line. Alright, finish. Number 1 was every you all get A. Okay, you are correct.